Ah, man, this movie sucked. This movie was a fucking abomination. This is the 2025 version of I Know What You Did Last Summer, which is a reboot of the 1997 film, starring Freddie Prinze Jr., Jennifer Love Hewitt, who both make a return in this film, and Sarah Michelle Gellar. And I'm already listing off the original cast because they're 10 times more interesting and tolerable compared to the new characters that we're following here. The only two that I give credit for that I came close to liking were Tyreek Withers playing Teddy and Gabriette playing Tyler. Everybody else is rather take it or leave it. I don't care for our leads Danica or Ava, played by Madeline Klein and Chase Suey Wonders, who I think both are very cardboard and wooden. Now, spoilers from here on out. The motive behind the killer in the original I think worked way better. In this new flick, it doesn't make a lick of sense. Our characters are parked on the side of a cliff or a pass through, and it's known as the Reaper's Curve. And the characters themselves say that multiple people have died in accidents on this curve. So when the car comes speeding at our leads and it crashes and dangles off the side of a cliff, they're trying their best to help them, the person in the driver's seat, but there's no reason for them not to call the police after they just established how many people have died on this fucking curve. I read somewhere that Jennifer Love Hewitt would only come back as Julie James only if she was important to this story somehow. And I gotta say, she had absolutely nothing to do here until the last 10 minutes or so. And even then, I think the finale is an absolute disgrace. I'm gonna go right to the ending because it pissed me off so much. Freddie Prinze Jr. does pop back up playing Ray. This time around, we can see that he's separated from Julie. They didn't work out through the years. And he owns a bar and he's by his lone self. And he's revealed to be one of the two killers. I shit you not. I wanted to throw tomatoes at the screen. I thought this was insulting. From what I can recollect, his motive is the town wanted to move on from the past and not mention the crimes and the killings from the original flick anymore. So this pissed off Ray to the point where he followed the footsteps of the original killer, Ben. I know reboots and remakes don't really have a good track record, especially with me, but I Know What You Did Last Summer is one of the very worst I've seen in recent times. The only death scene that I found enjoyable was Tyreek Withers because he was fighting back against the killer, and the way that he died I thought was rather gruesome, and the way that him and his father are strung up in the middle of town on display for everybody to see. I thought that was a pretty good sequence. But this film is overlong. It's about an hour and 54 minutes or so, and I definitely felt like there were points where the movie ended and it kept going. One of the characters, Stevie, who's also estranged from our lead group after going to rehab or something like that, is also revealed to be one of the killers with Ray, and they also have a close relationship. Our two surviving girls, Danica and Ava, are chilling on a beach somewhere after all is said and done, and in a very anticlimactic way, they mention that Stevie, the other killer, is still alive somewhere. She survived a gunshot from Ray on the boat. By the ending, it felt like this movie gave up on itself. When the credits roll, Brandy does return. She's watching the news of Ray being the killer on the TV, and her acting is actually pretty bad in this scene. Jennifer Love Hewitt, Julie James, she pops back up and says, "Are you ready to finish this?" And it's setting up for a sequel that I feel like nobody is going to ask for after this fucking film. Now, I love my kick of nostalgia, maybe a tad bit more than others, but this film is one of the worst at it. In fact, there's so many callbacks to the original, I got sick to my stomach. Sarah Michelle Gellar, who has absolutely no business being in this movie, returns in a dream sequence, and she's visibly older than her appearance in the first. The most eye-rolling moment, hands down, is right before Ray gets killed in the ending. Julie yells out, "What are you waiting for?" Oh, it was so cringy. I wanted to leap out of my seat. But wrapping it up, this 2025 version of I Know What You Did Last Summer is a disgrace. And this is coming from somebody who doesn't think the original flick is an incredible slasher, but I do think it was a solid film, especially compared to this one. The only person who I thought was a standout here was Tyreek Withers. The use of Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. I thought was a slap in the face, especially with Freddie as Ray. Him being a I'm not going to spoil it for this little mini TikTok clip, but I fucking hated this movie. I'm going to give I Know What You Did Last Summer 2025 a 2 out of 10. And that's it, y'all. What did you think about this requel, reboot, whatever the fuck it is? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. In the meantime, between time, I'm on to the next review. Thank you guys for watching. I have my Patreon in my description box. Like and subscribe. It helps your boy's channel. Much love. Thank you. And happy Frotober 2025.